Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Alex Ice Cream Benefit Guide review. Today, my name is Scott Stoddard. I work with Felice Insurance, and I am proud to be talking to you all today about your benefits. Alex Ice Cream is renewing for July 1st with Anthem and Kaiser, what they had previously for their medical plans. They have now again, so if you are a new hire watching this, I will be covering all the different plan options. But if you have already been on the plan, then this is going to be a bit of a review for you. But what I wanted to say is, of course, for Alex Ice Cream, as a benefit review, you have an eligibility requirements. If you are just hired, let's say in June this month, then you are going to be effective the 1st of next month, July 1st. So if you are a new hire, that is when you're going to be starting. If you're hired in July, then you're going to be starting effective August 1st and so on. When you make your decisions right now, those decisions are going to hold for the entirety of the year. Now you can cancel health insurance at any time. However, if you want to add back into health insurance, or if you waive your health insurance today for the open enrollment, the only time you can add back in is either July 1st of 2023, or you can add back in using a qualifying event. And that could be either a marriage, a birth, an adoption, or a loss of coverage. Completely and totally up to you. Now, of course, when you're adding, or you can also add or delete a dependent, whether that be a spouse or that be a child, but there has to be a qualifying event behind it. For example, a marriage or divorce, birth or death. So that is qualifying events. Your eligible dependents are going to be your spouse or registered domestic partner, as well as your children or child up to the age of 26. There is no limit to this. It is just up to the age of 26. You can cover your children on health insurance. And then if you have any handicapped children, they could be covered indefinitely on your plan. So just letting you know that there. And then, so how do you enroll in benefits? Well, you enroll in benefits by utilizing Rippling. Rippling is the online portal that you're going to log into and review plan designs. You can also ask Jackie and Cherie, who are your broker liaisons, if you want to say, that can help you with your benefit questions or logging into Rippling. They have a great video on how to utilize Rippling as well. So please reach out to either Jackie or Cherie, as they are great at what they do. As for your medical insurance, you have two options, one being Kaiser, the other being Anthem Blue Cross. Keep in mind, Kaiser is an HMO and Anthem Blue Cross is a PPO. With Kaiser, you can only go to Kaiser. You will get a medical ID card from Kaiser, and the only way you can get Kaiser is if you are located in California. If you are in another state as an employee of Alex Ice Cream, you will not be able to get Kaiser, as it is not available in that state. Anthem Blue Cross, however, is. And so when we go over this, if you are out of state employee, please make sure to pay attention to the Anthem Blue Cross package. Now here's the two different options. One is with, of course, Anthem. It is a $1,700 deductible, $3,400 deductible for a family. So that means if you have a family of 4, your deductible is not $1,700, it is $3,400. The individual out-of-pocket maximum is going to be $8,300, and the family out-of-pocket maximum is $16,600. Now, keep in mind, the individual out-of-pocket maximum means that if you go to the hospital and the bill is $1 million, you're paying $8,300 only. And if you and your entire family go into the hospital, that means the bill is going to be $16,600 if they are covered on this plan. For a primary visit, it's $20 copay for a primary care visit on this plan. For specialist visit, it's $95 copay. Preventative care is free to you. The diagnostic and lab is going to be a $20 copay to you, and those are deductible waived, so you don't have to pay that $1,700 for a specialist visit, a primary care visit, or a lab visit, but you do have to pay it for MRI, you do have to pay it for hospitalization and surgery and emergency. So there's anything that gets a little bit more serious, that means the deductible is going to kick in. So for the deductible, there's also a co-insurance of 40% here for this plan. So that means that if the bill is $10,000 and you've already paid your deductible, then you're going to owe 40% of it, which is $4,000. But that all, including the deductible, goes into your out-of-pocket maximum. So keep in mind that worst case scenario, $8,300, this would just be building towards that. That is the worst case scenario bill that you're going to have to pay for the entirety of the calendar year. So that's from January 1st to December 31st of actually this year. And then urgent care is going to be a $95 copay. Emergency is a $300 copay and 40%. And then prescription drugs are $300 deductible for an individual, $600 for family, but that's only for tier 2 through 4, which is brand drugs. Your brand name drugs is what they call it. Your prescription is going to be $20 copay for tier 1, which is generic. Most doctors prescribe generic for the majority of the time. Sometimes you may need a brand name, which is why there is that coverage here at $80 copay after the deductible, or $120 copay, or tier 4, which is specialty drugs, which would be covered at, you would only have to pay up to $250 maximum. Here's the group number for Anthem, as well as the phone number to contact Anthem if you have any questions. And then, of course, you can go to anthem.com and sign up if you're an Anthem member. For Kaiser, you have a $2,100 deductible, so a little higher than Anthem's deductible. Family deductible $4,200, but the out-of-pocket is a little lower at $8,200, and then the family out-of-pocket $16,400. The primary care visit is $55 copay. Specialist is $80 copay. Preventative care and wellness is going to be $0, so that means it's free to you. That's with the Obamacare Act they put in that is going to be a free option for you. Diagnostic lab and x-ray is going to be a $30 copay or $75 copay. Complex radiology, so MRI, is going to be a $350 copay after your deductible. The inpatient hospital is 45%, so you would pay 45%, they would pay 55%. Again, all up to that $8,200 annual maximum. Same thing with outpatient surgery at 45%. Urgent care is $55 copay. Emergency is 45%. And then prescription drugs, they have a $500 or $1,000 deductible, but that's only for tier 2 through 4. Tier 1 is going to be a $20 copay. And then 2 through 4 is $75 copay after the deductible is met. And that's a prescription drug deductible that is separate from your annual deductible that we said, the $2,100. This is Kaiser's, the group number, and then of course the phone number and how you can log in at kp.org. Now on to dental. You do have a new dental insurance. We're very excited to be talking about it today. It's through Principal, and Principal has been excellent for those of you who have not utilized it in the past. It has a great network. You can look up the network here at www.principal.com. Preventative is going to be free, so exams are going to be free for you. Cleanings are going to be free for you, and x-rays. Fillings, extractions, and surgery is going to be 20%. So you pay 20%, they pay 80%. And then major care is going to be crowns, inlays, onlays, bridges, and dentures, 50%. You pay 50% of the bill. The deductible is going to be waived for preventative, $50 deductible. Now, what this means is EPO, in-network, out-of-network. It just means the different type of dentists. There's dentists that accept EPO, that accept in-network, and that accept out-of-network. It just basically means you can go to pretty much any dentist you want in their network, and there's going to be coverage there for that. But yeah, so then the annual maximum. So dental is different than medical. Dental has an annual maximum of $1,500 per member per calendar year. So that means if I go in and get a lot of dental work done, say it's $3,000, the most that this plan is going to pay is $1,500 for me. But keep in mind, because you're in the middle of the calendar year here in July, you can go in and get that $1,500 of work from July to December 31st, and then it's going to reset January 1st. So you can get another $1,500 from January to December of next year. So keep that in mind. And then of course for eye exam, it's $10 copay. Lens replacement is $25 copay. Frame is going to be basically $150 allowance towards frames. So if you have frames that are $200, they're going to pay $150 of it. Contact lenses are going to be $150. The key thing to note here is everything here is once every 12 months, with the exception of frame replacement, which is once every 24 months. But I do believe that vision is voluntary for you guys. Now keep in mind the medical is 100% paid for you, either Anthem or Kaiser, free for you. And then for the dental, it's 100% free for you as an employee. But keep in mind for dependents, the dependents are completely at your cost, and then vision is going to be completely at your cost. So those two things are going to be completely at your cost. Lastly, you're going to get free life insurance. Everybody gets free life insurance as being a part of the company, which is $25,000. And that's going to be through Principal. So make sure when you're going through Rippling that you log in and add a beneficiary. It's very key that you add a beneficiary. So that way you can notate, if something were to happen, that person would receive the $25,000. Lastly, we have pet insurance. I love pet insurance. My puppy recently went to the urgent care, and pet insurance is great. But basically through POP, this is basically only $17 a month, and you get $3,000 of an emergency fund every year that can be used as a safety net for vet bills. I can tell you from experience, vet bills tend to be $500 to $1,000 a visit. And so I highly recommend at least looking at this plan if you do have a pet. You can enroll at this link right here that you can click on, and it'll take you to enrolling through the Felice benefits option. But I can't stress enough, pet insurance is great. But if you have any questions, you can reach out to Cherie or Jackie. Their emails are right up here. So you can reach out to either of them. And thank you so much for your time today.